I will say is that 100% there are top level pro players and even just players that are just getting high placements in these Fortnite events that are definitely using something, whether it's like soft aim, loot hacks, like anything,
Loot hacks.
in the cheats.
Hmm.
That stuff is definitely going on. They're without a doubt winning tournaments because of it. And why wouldn't they?
All right, yo, what's up, guys? Rec here. Welcome back to a new video. For today's video, we've got a super interesting one. I think we've all seen the recent controversy that's been going on with hackers during FNCS, and it's been huge news all over social media the last couple of days, couple of weeks. So I wanted to do an exclusive interview. I sound like I'm Chris Hansen, but we're doing an exclusive interview with one of the hackers who's made lots of money apparently off of selling some of these cheats. So we're just gonna get right into it. Tell us what's your name and a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, my name's kind of classified right now since I don't want, things getting out there.
Yeah,
But
by the way, it's all anonymous because I can get in trouble if I do any of this stuff, like if someone finds out from me and gets hacked, like I can get in trouble. So everything's gonna be remaining anonymous, even your voice. But yeah.
so everything's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Uh, well, honestly, like I don't know the guy that made one of them, and I helped on some parts of it. But what I'm doing is that I'm like an admin in like my Discord that I made, and what I do is that like I sell cheats really to like people. Like all they have to do is really just install the hack for people that are either too stupid or too lazy to figure it out. Honestly.
So if they don't know how to install it, or if they run into an issue, you help them out.
Well, honestly, it's not that hard to install cheats or anything. Like as soon as you buy it, it comes with like the cheats, of course, and then like a little notepad with directions. You just follow directions, and usually you should figure it out. Honestly, like even like a 13-year-old can do it. It's just directions. It will be very descriptive
Okay, so it's pretty
on how to
simple.
do it.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna ask you, why do you like what's the motivation? Like, why do you do it? And like, do you ever really feel bad selling cheats? Because like, I know you've seen on social media, it's like a lot of controversy. There's people like cheating other people out of money. So why do you do it? And do you ever feel bad about what you're doing?
Um, if I would be lying if I said I felt bad because like if it was, if I wasn't selling the cheats already, I feel like other people would just be buying it from someone else. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like if I wasn't doing already, I feel like someone would already be like creating this already because it's like so easy to do right now since like Fortnite, of course, like the anti-cheat is like not that great right now. So like we can easily bypass it and it's just a way to like sell money in a way, like just the benefit.
So money's your main priority, and you don't feel bad because basically you're saying anyone that wants to buy cheats, if they're not buying it off you, they're gonna buy it off someone else anyways. So the burden is really more on Epic. That's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like until they improve their anti-cheat, like I shouldn't feel really bad like selling it to
Yeah.
the people that
Gotcha.
can already
Gotcha.
bypass it.
Yeah. 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 All right. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Um. All right. You mentioned that obviously you do it a lot of mostly for money. Not that that's a bad thing. Burdens on Epic, like you said. But can you tell us how much you've made? Like, is it in the hundreds, thousands, tens of
uh,
thousands, million? How much have you made?
definitely not millions yet, but like definitely into the thousands. And you got to remember, this Discord isn't only for Fortnite. Like we also have like Warzone cheats, Modern Warfare cheats, like SND and all that, like multiplayer. Valorant, I'm pretty sure, and even the new game Fall Guys, where like
Valorant,
you can just fall. Yeah,
Valorant, and Fall Guys too.
yeah, the Fall Guys.
Wow.
The Fall Guys is like new, like some shit that we're working with right now, like where you can like fly or like zoom through like race courses or like also adding like
You ever
different
play
things.
Call of Duty?
Yeah, I
Like
played like
that's
old Call of Duty
that's
like
like
back then.
I used to play Call of Duty. That's like no clipping and stuff like that when you just fly through stuff. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know I did see tweets about like I ran like I think it was Courage. He's talking about like I ran into a hacker on Fall Guys or something like that. So I know that's out there. So yeah, that's really interesting because the game's so new. Um,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. This is just like a side off question I have written down. I have like all the questions I'm gonna ask just like on a notepad, just so I can prepare myself. This is like a random question. Do you think Symphony? Do you think Symphony is actually hacking in Warzone? Is he using aimbot?
Honestly, like just from because I used to play like all like PC games and everything like that, and I used to follow Symphony like for a while. I'm I don't think he cheats at all. Like he's always had good aim. Like he's
Yeah,
been playing like forever. Him doing like all that is just him, just having fun, and it's just like
he's
it's like a
baiting,
back.
right?
Yeah,
He's
he's like
baiting people.
he's most likely baiting. Like it's a thing that we used to do back then in H1,
Oh
like
yeah,
where we
yeah.
would just shoot at like act like we're shooting at someone else just for someone else to start shooting, or like
And then
look at a random
randomly 180 flick the other way, and just like
yeah,
sometimes you get
yeah,
lucky and people think you're hacking. Got you,
yeah,
got you.
yeah, and that's when it turns
All right.
into like funny. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Even when I saw the original Symphony clip, I was like, oh my god, that's insane. But
yeah, he's pretty naughty.
speaking of Symphony and pros, we know he's probably not using cheats. But do you have any suspicions of pros within the Fortnite scene, or even on Warzone, or anything else that might be using soft aim or something like that?
Uh, I mean, I don't follow the competitive scene of these games too much to like call anyone out. Even if I did know a popular person using cheats, I wouldn't call them out just because like that'll hurt my trustability and my reliability on like other people that want to buy from me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I will say is that 100% there are top level pro players and even just players that are just getting high placements in these Fortnite events that are definitely using something, whether it's like soft aim, loot hacks, like anything,
Loot hacks.
in the cheats.
Hmm.
That stuff is definitely going on. They're without a doubt winning tournaments because of it. And why wouldn't they? I mean, like it's the easiest way for people to like buy hacks and for them to be like, yo, why should I buy this hack? Is like you can win money and get good placements in these tournaments that Epic is having for just like they're just open to anyone. So like, if you can really just, be sneaky with it and just, turn on soft aim, you can actually do really well and win money on these tournaments and get like free clout and high placements and people won't even know, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. I was prying for a little bit of juice, but I gotta respect that because, like you said, if you were to like, even like you said, you don't follow it, but like even if you did, why would you say it? Because that's just like ruins your credibility. No one
Yeah.
would want to buy from you, even though you're staying anonymous. You always gotta keep. All right, I got you. I was
Yeah.
prying for some info, but yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
I just can't give that information out and shit. You understand?
It is crazy though how there's kids that are literally winning life-changing amounts of money just by purchasing like $11 soft aim that takes like 5 minutes to install. I don't know if you've seen that one. Like, are you involved with that one? Because I know I saw some like a Twitter clip about like $11 soft aim and like I don't know. Are you involved with that one or no?
I've seen the clips and stuff, but no, I have nothing to do with that one. But yeah, like I've seen it.
All right. Now you mentioned that you were making into the thousands. You said, right?
Yeah, so
All right.
yeah.
So was that just off Fortnite? Like, how much have you actually sold? Like, how many would you say?
Well, we have sold literally hundreds just on Fortnite alone over the years. So like, yeah, most of the money does come from Fortnite. That game seems to be the easiest to sell cheats on, like I said, because of the Epic game not having like good like anti-cheats. A lot of younger kids just, I guess, use their birthday money or allowance money or whatever they have just to buy the cheats, honestly, just to get good at the game or whatever they want to do with them.
That's pretty funny. Like 12, 13-year-old kids, mommy gives them allowance, or grandma gives them a birthday $100 Benjamin, and next thing you know, they're winning 10 grand in Fortnite, right? Like, that's crazy to me. That's actually crazy to me to think about it. And it does make the most sense because like it's usually the younger audience on Fortnite. The older people that know that stuff isn't proper don't tend to do that as much, so it makes sense why it'd be much easier to sell to Fortnite audience because they don't really understand the consequences when they get caught. Entire reputation is ruined and stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna stick on the topic of like the 12-year-olds. What happens if, like, let's say little 12-year-old Jimmy, Timmy, whatever you want to call him, he paid good money for a cheat, right? And all of a sudden he's hardware banned, or he just banned hardware banned like a week later, and now he's just sitting there with a like $3,000 PC that he got for Christmas, and now he's crying that he can't play Fortnite and that he got scammed or something like that. Like, what do you do about that? What happens when that happens?
That's really doesn't happen too often, as crazy as it
Really?
sounds.
Huh.
Yeah. Whenever we sell a cheat, they know that there are absolutely no refunds, and that when they buy a cheat, they do run the risk of getting banned. We make sure they are well aware of that risk. Is all of them. Everyone that buys a cheat from us has to understand the consequences that can actually come out of this. So yeah, I'd say out of all the people I've sold to, there has only been like a handful of people that
Wow.
came back like a weeks or like months later saying that they got banned or something, like some stupid. But there's literally nothing I can do for them at all. There are ways to bypass bans and hardware ID stuff or whatever, but it isn't really what I do, nor do I care to waste my time helping like a little kid, getting banned or
Yeah,
something. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's no point.
So you make sure. I mean, obviously you make sure that they're well aware, and it's not
Yeah.
like they could do anything. Like, what are they gonna do? Say, hey, I tried to cheat during FNCS, like, and I got banned because, yeah, like no one's gonna like try to
Yeah,
make like a
what the fuck
public
did they want, a
statement. Like, what?
refund?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want a refund because my cheats didn't work, or like what? No. Okay, okay. That makes sense. So I'm assuming you make it in a way that it's like not refundable, like Bitcoin or like PayPal friends and family. I know I've had issues with that because I stream and I've had like chargebacks and things like that. It's like, what do you do to avoid chargebacks and not have that happen?
Well, yeah, PayPal usually works fine. As long as they confirm the receipt, there usually isn't any problem. After they do that is when they actually get whatever it is they bought. I usually send it like right away, like either like just honestly just right away. I know people that have sold with Bitcoins and Cash Apps and Venmos and even set up their own online store, but I'm just lazy, honestly. So are most of these kids who buy cheats still all have PayPal, but almost never of them have like Bitcoins or even like a bank account at all. So yeah, PayPal is usually like the easiest to go through, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, yeah, it makes the most sense because a lot of the times the people or the kids that are buying these are probably like under 16. A lot of them could be like 12, 13, right? So like they probably got PayPal, but they don't probably have like a bank account, maybe not even a driver's license yet or anything like that. So yeah, I guess convenience wise that makes the most sense. I don't know too many little kids running around with Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? So all right. Oh man, that's interesting though. I gotta know, do you ever fear that maybe one day Epic is gonna find out something? You know what I mean? Like send a little bit of Men in Black or something like that to your doorstep. Black suitcase, black Cadillac coming to your doorstep and like force you to pay up, handing you paperwork and stuff like that. Or like, do you ever worry about that?
Well, I'll be very surprised if they get Men in Black at my doorstep, like across the entire ocean.
Oh, so you're not from the U.S.
But
Okay.
no, but yeah, I do think about worse scenarios. But I mean, at the same time, there are dozens of people selling cheats to thousands of players all the time. All the money and resources they would spend money on trying to send us something like a cease and desist that would be better put towards
D-
actual improving their
desist.
anti. Oh,
I,
this
yeah, I know it's
like
in
cease and
America, cease and
desist,
desist. I know we
cease
were
and
talking
desist.
about cease and desist earlier when we were like just like practicing for the interview, and we were like cease and desist. That's like I
Oh,
guess it's
yeah, I
not
got messed
common
up.
over
Yeah,
there.
cease and
It's more
desist.
English,
Yeah,
cease and desist. It's not a
cease and
vocabulary that people
desist.
would know. All right, so you were saying?
It would be better put towards actually improving their anti-cheats so that they don't have these problems to begin with.
Got you. Okay. Um, So what you're saying, first of all, is that you're not even in the U.S., so like the likelihood of anything happening or any kind of legal action or something like that is much harder than if you were in the U.S., right?
Yeah, I think about it, but it's not something I lose sleep over at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if I was in the U.S., it would be a different story. Plus, I'm a minor, so I don't spend my money worrying about what would
Wow.
happen if I were to get caught or anything.
So it's not even like you're in your 20s, you know, scheming thousands of dollars. You're under 18, or at least in the U.S. under 18, making all this money for just by cheats in a Discord, right?
I mean, yeah, it's just
That's
it's
crazy.
something easy
It's a lot
to
of
set
money
up.
for a under 18-year-old. But I mean,
Yeah,
thousands of dollars.
saving it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Hey.
gotta hustle.
Yeah. Wow. That's just crazy. I think I'm just gonna call it right there. I'm not sure what else to do for it. You know, just a fun question out there. What does that money go towards? Like when you sell something, what does it normally go towards?
Like I said, like I don't really spend a lot of my money. Like right now, since I'm a minor and I have like parents usually buying like the necessary
Like you
things
don't
and
have
all
like
that. So like,
bills, car payment, all that stuff.
no,
That like okay.
none of that right now that I have
Wow.
to worry about.
Whew. That's crazy. All right, man. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me, man, and sharing some of the details, you know, letting me pick your brain and ask you some questions. I'm sure a lot of the viewers watching might find this really interesting. You know, maybe it does well, you know, hopefully a lot of people see it, because it is pretty fascinating, like, to get like an inside scoop, you know what I mean? Because this is something that you don't really see too often. But yeah, I appreciate it. And thanks for taking the time out of your day, man. All right, guys. So there you guys have it. That was pretty interesting, to say the least. There was a lot that like kind of surprised me, a lot that didn't surprise me, but wow, to be that young, able to scheme thousands of dollars, it's kind of impressive, and it's also kind of crazy. I don't know what Epic has planned. I do know that it's a huge issue still. You know, there's still cheaters in FNCS that are winning money, taking money away from people that are legitimately earning high placements without hacks, just getting outplaced by maybe less better players, but they got hacked, so they're placing better and winning more money, stealing from them directly. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments what you guys thought. It was super interesting. What do you think Epic can do to, you know, improve their anti-cheat? I don't know how you can answer that directly, but yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you want a part 2 where maybe I interview a cheater that got banned or something around those lines, that'd be something I'd be interested in. So let me know in the comments. Once again, thanks for watching. Check out their playlist for more, and I'll catch you guys later.